Welcome back. Today we're going to do an analysis on BBAI. I am going to show you some Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to give you some price targets and what to expect next. One thing I want to clarify right from the beginning, on this channel, I have been doing hot stock picks. So whenever I think a stock has great potential, I make a video on it. This is going to be different, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail cover. This isn't an hot stock. This is just a stock that's popular on Reddit. So I'm going to do a technical analysis for anyone looking for that information. But if you go to my channel, you'll see I make a different series where I find stocks that are undervalued and I make videos on that. So if you like information like that, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on your post notification. And again, I have a goal of trying to get one of my videos to 100 likes. So at any point, if you enjoy the information I'm giving you, just please do me a favor, take a second to like the video. That really helps me out a lot. So let's get to the technical analysis. The first thing we notice is that it's on its way to test the 50-day moving average. So we'll see what it does in the coming days. It is kind of on an uptrend, but the moving averages are a very potent signal. So if it goes past this 50-day moving average, then it will keep trading up to this $8.44. But we have to wait and see if the moving average acts as a resistance. So let's do some Fibonacci retracement. So we go from this low to this local high right here. And you see that it's following the Fibonacci pattern like pretty spot on. This is what it typically does. It trades all the way down, usually 50%. It went a little bit lower than 50%, and then it will retrace back up to the 61.8. So again, this is the hierarchy. The moving average takes hierarchy over the Fibonacci retracement, in my opinion. I can show you thousands of examples of why that is true. The moving average is the most potent. The moving average takes precedent over the Fibonacci retracement, and then we can also take a look at the RSI. So we'll take a look at the RSI, but let's do some more Fibonacci retracement. So here, right here. So this is one Fibonacci retracement that we can look at. So the next leg up, we want to see that if it trades above this 50-day moving average, then the next leg up, it will go up and test the 78.6 at $7.12. And if it goes past that, then it will test the $8.40. But we can rely on the Fibonacci retracement until it goes past this 50-day moving average. So one thing we have to look out for is this 50-day moving average acting as a resistance? So we don't know that yet. We'll have to wait 1 or 2 days to see what happens. The cool thing about the Fibonacci retracement, so it doesn't matter how we draw it. Like, look, this is why the Fibonacci is also very powerful. So you can do this on your own. So I took it from this bottom to this local top, but if I did it the other way, check this out. This is pretty cool. So Fibonacci retracement, if I went from the previous local top to the bottom right here. So the previous local top to the bottom, look, that's pretty much the same. We get the same exact retracement. It's pretty insane. So yeah, it's coming up testing this in the previous one, it was 61.8, but this would be the 50% right here. And then the lines all line up. So like, look at this. I'll draw the other one again. Fibonacci from here to here. And you see like how the lines all, like the 50 is right on top of each other. And they're pretty much, pretty much near each other. So the Fibonacci retracement is a powerful tool. Now let's take a look at the RSI. So if we take a look at the RSI, so anything below like, around close to 30 is oversold. So we're in oversold territory, which is a good sign. Like you don't want to be in overbought. So as you can see, after overbought, it dumped and it couldn't keep up the momentum. So it started dumping because locally it was overbought. But now we're in oversold territory. So that's a good sign. That means a potential short-term rally is on its way, but not immediately. This RSI could go all the way down to this price point, 32. Actually, if it does go down to 30, if the RSI does go down to 32, that would be a great buying opportunity. So keep an eye out for that. If the RSI trades all the way down to 30, so keep an eye out for that. Now let's get rid of the Fibonacci retracement. Let's take a look at the 4-hour and 45 minutes. So on the 4-hour, yeah, same thing. The 4-hour is going to be more sensitive than the 1 day, but less accurate. But you can see on the 4-hour, it bounced off this 200-day moving average. And now it's on its way to test this 50-day moving average on the 4-hour. And on the 45-minute chart. Okay, so today, yeah, we're seeing this is, So if it's on an uptrend, again, we're gonna, it's going to, so let's draw a line right here and see where that is on the 4-hour and daily. So if it breaks this 50-day, it's going to go test this 200-day MA, and the 200-day moving average will change. It won't stay at exactly that price point, but it's a good way for us to gauge, okay, where that is. If we go take a look at that 4-hour, so that line we have drawn here, it's right about where the 50-day moving average is on the 4-hour, and then let's go to the 1-day chart. So that would be right above, like, that would be like if it breaks clear of this 50-day moving average. So if you want to see another big rally like this, again, pay attention to the moving averages. Use the Fibonacci retracement to gauge what price point it will kind of stagnate or trade sideways. The Fibonacci retracement is a good tool to gauge where the price will, trade sideways. But the main thing you want to look out for is that if it breaks the moving averages. We can also see that the analyst has a buy rating on it still, even though it missed earnings. But the buy rating is a price target of $5.83. So that's something to worry about because we're already trading above the $5.83. There's a lot of hype around the stock on Reddit. And I think after this short squeeze right here, like where the stock, all the way from here, traded up 417%, people are expecting something like this to happen again. But this was like pretty obvious. Like, again, like, tell you, if you watch my other videos on the channel, I'm like pretty good at calling the price right before it's about to have a massive rally, because again, the moving averages are so powerful. Here it was like almost semi-obvious because you can see like the price is trading above both the 50 and 200-day moving average, and we had a golden cross on the daily, like right here. So from the time of the golden cross right here, it traded all the way up 300%. But here, all that momentum is done with. Now, if you want to take advantage of small price action, so again, it will definitely trade up to $8.38 sometime soon. If it doesn't break that, then it will just be like a double top, which is not a good sign. But again, if you want to take advantage of that, you could potentially take advantage of a 40% gain. And if you want to play it safe, just wait until it breaks the moving average. Wait till it breaks the daily moving average, or if you go to the 45-minute chart, wait till it breaks this, 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart. But you could also, if it breaks this 50-day moving average on the 45-minute chart, you can also take advantage of a small 13% gain. But overall, I don't see anything. Okay, we could take a look. Let's take a look at the short information. Okay, so the short float is still very high. So I can see why that would be a reason a lot of people are expecting maybe another short squeeze to happen. So if we go inside and let's take a look at how the short float behaved over time. The short float is still very, very high. And it has been, so right here, when we saw this like short squeeze right here, it was around 22%. And it's pretty much around that same price point still. But so that could be a reason why people are expecting another short squeeze. But another thing you have to notice is the short ratio is a really good indicator for a potential short squeeze. So the higher the short ratio, the more likely there will be a short squeeze, because it will take longer for short sellers to cover their position. So at this point, it would take short sellers around 4.5 days to cover their position. So we don't see that anymore. If there is a potential short squeeze, it will only take the short seller like half a day to cover their position. So I don't see a short squeeze like we saw previously around like the beginning of the year, if that's what people are expecting. But the short float is very high, so we could see something happen in one day, like a drastic, like 20-30%, but it will come right back down because the short ratio is not high at all. But coming back to here, again, I hope I gave you all the information to equip you with the knowledge of how to potentially trade this. Again, nothing I say is financial or trading advice. This is for information purpose only. But pay attention to the moving averages. Look at the RSI. If the RSI goes all the way to 30, then okay, then feel pretty comfortable taking a position, because from whatever that price point is, it will rally up where you could like exit at a 20% or 25 or 15 and take a profit, like a 15 to 20% profit. So please, if you made it this far, please do me a favor, like this video, tell me what you thought. I will respond to every single person that leaves a comment. I want to hear from you if you enjoyed this analysis, if you want me to do more analysis like this. If you take a look at my channel, I usually bring you stocks that are undervalued and have great value potential, and you can go check from the time I first post the video, those stocks always rally 100, sometimes 200%. But this isn't that. This isn't that video. This is just a stock that's popular on Reddit, and I'm just doing a technical analysis. And you can differentiate by looking at the YouTube thumbnail. So the thumbnail for this stock would be different from the thumbnail for the hot stock picks videos that I make. So this is a different series I'm doing. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. I'll respond to every single person. Please, again, like this video, subscribe, turn on your post notification, and I will see you on the next video.